This is Larry Henares making your day with part 35 of a book I wrote on Philippine history. Subject, the post-war years. I continue to quote. Dugout Dog was a great general. In a parochial sense, a great American. But he was not a great man, as was Jose Rizal or Jose Diokno. And in a gesture of colonial obeisance, we named our Arthur Highway after this. The post-war years, when we were finally granted independence, was characterized by a repudiation of all the promises made by President Roosevelt when we fought side by side with American troops in Bataan and Corregidor. War reparations were paid mostly to American companies affected by the war and niggardly to the Philippine government, which was forced to rebuild their war-ravaged properties, not in the new modern way, but exactly as they were before the war. Filipino soldiers who served under the U.S. forces were paid in pesos rather than in dollars, as were paid with other soldiers serving under the same command, the Negroes, the Japanese Americans, the Jews, the French, and others. Filipino soldiers and guerrillas were paid back pay at one-half what others were paid, and in the course of time till they died, they received benefits at 1/50th of what others were paid. War surplus was paid at the price of purchase, not at 2 cents to the dollar as they should have been valued and donated to the Filipinos. Most of the war surplus equipment were handed to GIs like Harry Stonehill, who shipped them back to the United States at tremendous profits for themselves. After World War II, General Dugout Dog MacArthur, U.S. High Commissioner Paul V. McNutt, and his sidekick, U.S. Navy Commander Julius C.C. Edelstein, supported Manuel Rojas against Sergio Osmeña, precisely because they were promised the Parity Amendment, military bases, mutual defense, and the Belt Trade Act agreements. This is Larry Henares making your day with part 35 of the book I wrote on Philippine history. Subject, the post-war years. MacArthur, McNutt, and Edelstein, later a Malacanang fixture and speechwriter of President Rojas, plotted to divide and conquer the opposition. Known nationalists like Claro M. Recto and Jose P. Laurel were jailed in Iwahig as enemy collaborators, while Rojas, who served with them, was liberated and made president. McNutt, later chairman of the Philippine American Life Insurance, Philam Life, and underling Edelstein received a delegation of Filipino oppositionists composed of Justice Jesus Barrera, Juan Peleo, Vicente Lava, and Luis Taruk, then allies against the Japanese, and with arrogance and contempt offered them no chairs, leaving them standing like beggars while loudly berating them for opposing Rojas. After the elections, the agreements, mutual defense, military bases, belt trade, were duly signed and needed ratification by our Senate, but ignored by the U.S. Senate, while the Parity Amendment of the Constitution had to be approved by Congress by submission to a plebiscite. There was an anti-parity bloc of 39 congressmen led by my uncle, Representative Cipriano Primicias of Pangasinan, and Representative Felix Berto Serrano of Batangas. In the Senate, where the vote was crucial, there was an anti-party bloc of 3, Senators Alejo Mabanag of Pangasinan, Jose Vera of Bicol, and Ramon Diokno, father of nationalist Pepe Diokno of Batangas. Shamefully, today's Solons from Pangasinan favored the treaty. McNutt and Edelstein worked on the 39 congressmen and was able to cajole and intimidate 30 of them into submission. The 9 who remained adamant against the parity, military bases, mutual defense, and belt trade agreements were Congressman Cipriano Primicias of Pangasinan, my uncle, Felix Barrio Serrano of Batangas, Alejo Santos of Bulacan, Luis Taruc of Pampanga, Amado Yuson of Pampanga, husband of the sister of Benigno Aquino Sr., himself a prisoner of Dugout Dog. Constancio Padilla of Nueva Ecija, father of President Congressman Carlos Padilla of Nueva Vizcaya. Jose Cando of Nueva Ecija, Jesus Lab of Pampanga, and Alejandro Simpauco of Tarlac. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.